Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. It's Jay from Mitosu Crafts and welcome to our channel. So today I'll be creating a clean and simple card featuring die-cut words from the Friends for Life bundle in the Full of Life Sweet collection by Stampin Up in their 2024 to 2025 annual catalog. It'll be a clean and simple card with some stamping, die cutting, as well as coloring with the Stampin Blends. So do leave a comment as you are watching what you're loving or what you think of this video. Thank you so much. So let's get cracking. So yes, so here is the Friends for Life bundle, the stamp set. I'll be using mainly the sentiment and the hearts from there. The coordinating dies, so the word dies is the friend, and there's two thickness, and they do layer up once you've cut them out. And I'll be using the hearts as well. So I'll be sharing how to use the adhesive sheets because I always forget that for intricate dies. So it's a great tool to have in your stash or adhesive. My card base is basic white, 8 1/4 by 5 1/2 or 21 centimeters by 14 centimeters, folded in half at 10.5 or 4/1/8 of an inch. I've got a piece of basic black, 3 1/2 by 4/7/8 or 9 centimeters by 12.5 centimeters, and that's the mat. The layer is basic white, 3 3/8 of an inch by 4 3/4 of an inch or 8.7 by 12.2. So it's basically just an 1/8 of an inch or 3 millimeters smaller than the basic black. So if you want to make use of all of that cardstock, because it's going to get covered anyway, the thicker friend die does fit in there, but I have gone ahead and pre-die cut myself that in another piece of black. The only thing is when you are using basic white card, when you layered it up and once it's displayed, sometimes you can see through any die cut from the back when it hits the light. So just do bear that in mind as well. I've got, as I said, I pre-die cut the thicker friend in basic black. I've got pieces of scraps in Poppy Parade and some more basic white. So let's do some adhesing. So the adhesive sheet does come in packs of, I wouldn't say 20. I could be wrong. But it's in strips of 6 by 12 and then 2 4 6 strips there. You can see it's divided. So I've just cut myself a small piece to cover, big enough for the thin die there. So I'm just gonna peel this off and lay that down. You can use your bone folder just to make sure that that is nice and stuck. And that is ready for die cutting later on. So with a piece of basic white, I'm just going to do some stamping. Pierce mat again is a good way to use underneath any photopolymer stamp set just to cushion it a little bit. I've got my hearts in here. And because we'll be coloring in Stampin Blends, use Memento. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple of the hearts. There we go. And the colors I'll be using are Cherry Cobbler Combo, which is the light and the dark, as well as the light real red. Right, I'll just quickly zoom in. Now I just wanted to add a bit of color and highlights on this one. So we're gonna go in with our darkest color. So it doesn't have to be this particular color that you need. Just find something with a combo and either a lighter or even a darker one. So with the darkest one, just add a line, go down to the mid-tone or the medium color, and then the lightest color, I'm going to follow the edge, leave a bit of highlight and fill in the rest. If you do find that there's a big gap in the colors, you can go over it all of the areas. Can you see that? I'm going to go up a bit. That's why I did it twice, so you can see. Just in case. So we'll do the same, pretty much the same. So really easy, but I do like just adding a bit of three-dimensional onto there. So I've extended the darkest color a little bit more to the left-hand side, just because it's a bigger space. And then for the lightest color, I'm gonna add that and then fill in the rest. Go over all of it just to blend it in, and that's it. So I'll just do the same for the small heart again. Darkest color, middle color, and lightest color. And then for the bigger heart, extend, dark, middle color, and then lightest color, leaving a bit of white for the highlight. Fill in the rest. There you go. So really easy, but hopefully you agree that it does give a bit of interest and character to the die cuts or stamped images. But as I said, you do have the dies to coordinate and cut that out. I have gone ahead and cut myself the smaller hearts as well, just in case I want to use it, because I don't know what this card is gonna look like yet. So another tip for you using Stampin Blends is using them on colored cardstock. So you can just to add a bit, again, more interest or ombre effect or texture, I'm just gonna cover. That was the darkest color, and then middle color, just add that on. And then, oh no, that's my lightest color, never mind. But this is the middle color, and then I'll go back in with my lightest color on the top. There we go. So just make sure that the die actually fit in there. So I haven't hit all of that area. So I'm just gonna go back in. It doesn't matter that it doesn't blend, because you just want hints of the different lines on there. Right, extend out. And then finally, there we go. So we're just gonna die cut this word die. I'm just running it through a couple of times. Just to make sure that you have a solid line on the outline of the friend there. Die cut these in with the ornating dies. I'll only do one. I have pre-done some. And of course, die cut your thicker friend as well. So carefully take this off. And don't forget that the eye or the dot on top of the eye is there. So save that. You can try and take off the backing. It is tiny, but because it's already got adhesive on it, we can just go ahead and put that in. There you go. And then just use your pick tool just to take these word out. And because we use a full sheet, hopefully taking it off will be easy. Just find a space where you can pull out. It's quite thin, so do support the actual die cut. And what you can do is, I'm just going to take off all of it. And if you work from one end, and just place every single letter so it's got a nice border around. There you go. And I'll bring it up so you can just see that there's some lighter areas, darker areas. So again, it's not just a flat color. It does make it a lot darker than that one, than the Poppy Parade, but I think you can still see some. So we're just gonna add this on. So mat and layer that. So as I said, it's quite simple card. All current Stampin' Up products can be purchased from our online shop. Check the description below for the product links. Now, you can add some more stamping on the background. So I'll just clean my stamp with a chamois and make sure that is dry. So we're gonna have our friend right in the center. So we're gonna just do a diagonal stamping. Again, I'm gonna do memento, so it's black and red. But because there's two there, I don't want to stamp that all the time. So what you can do is use the edge of your ink pad to ink that up. So if we just want the big one, use the edge and just ink up the bigger heart. And you can stamp. So that's gonna go there. There we go. And you can do the same for the smaller ones. Or if you are brave, you can cut your stamps, which I'm not. So props to you if you do. The only thing is with that is because the die, the coordinating die is a double one, it might be harder to kind of like place them together again. So that's gonna go there. I'm just gonna add. So once you've cleaned it, make sure that it is dry, because you can use the whole stamp to make it flat on. There, and we'll do some double now. There. Yeah. Maybe some more at the bottom here. There we go. Alright, so before we add that on, we're just gonna add some ribbon. So this one is from the same suite. It is the iridescent stripe ribbon. Let's see if I can just use the seal. Onto there. Add it in the center. And cut. That looks right. So this card is inspired by Barry's card that he's recently created for our team gathering. And of course you can stamp and color these, but I thought it'll be easier to do the color pieces already pre-done. And I've got my pieces here. Just gonna add some dimensionals. On the bigger ones. And I've done some dimensionals on these as well. So add our friend. Again, another thing that I keep forgetting, you can die cut these with the foam adhesive sheet, so it raise it up. But if you forgot, you can just add some pre or smaller cuts of dimensionals. There, add some more. Hopefully that's enough. So let us know in the comments below if you do have adhesive sheets or foam adhesive sheets, and do you actually remember to use them, because we always forget. So we thought I'd do one of our videos featuring at least one of them because clearly I forget the second one. I wanted to be ready or prep quite a bit. So one more just for the D, really thin one. And take off the backing. Right. So right on, I think I'll lower it so you can see a bit more of the ribbon. That looks nice already, but I will add some Okay, many of these hearts, colored hearts, and they look a bit like, I don't know, graffiti hearts, just because of the way that we've colored them, I think. Do you agree? Uh, so I'm just adding these flat on with multi-purpose liquid glue. And then add our just white. So you can kind of like cut off some of the lines. So it's not all the same. Do you like it, Minnie? Where shall I put this one? What do you think? Don't know. So finally, we're just gonna add our sentiment. I've got another piece of basic white. We're gonna use real red ink pad this time. So you can either do the same technique as using the edge of this. So if you have a straight sentiment, you can stack it up. So I'll just briefly show that to you. Just make sure that it is nice and dry first by stamping on a piece of scrap. There we go. Use the edge of the ink pad and then stamp it on your basic white. Clean that up again. Take off any excess and do the same for the other word, so you have a stacked sentiment instead of a straight one. But of course, if you just want it as a straight, you can have it just stamped on and then trim down. So I do like it stacked, so I'm just gonna cut that up with a snip. Embrace the wonk and all that. Not that what do you call it, wonky, I guess. So there we go. I'm just gonna trim the top edge. So we have something like that. Okay, I'm not liking this bottom. Maybe a little bit closer. But because it's gonna be on white, probably it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I think that's fine. Right, finish up with dimensional on there and a small one. And there we go. Of course, don't forget to bling it up or do some wink of Stella, which I will just do on the hearts on here. Let's have a look. Is it? Yeah, it is. So I'm just gonna add some shimmer onto those and then splatter some. We do have an upcoming online craft retreat. It is more card making focused, so we'll be making at least 9 cards. So booking can be done on our website. Just scan that QR code and you'll be taken to our booking page. There we go. Here is my card with the word die and some stamping from the Friends for Life bundle in the Full of Life Suite collection. Thanks again for joining me today. I hope you like this card. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, take care. Thank you so much. Bye.